Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to talk about how to fix your dog feet or out-toeing. Out-toeing or dog feet is a position where the feet are turned out when you walk, stand, or lying down instead of facing straight ahead. In this video, we are discussing about 3 main causes why toes are turned out and exercises to fix the issues. The first cause is limited tibial internal rotation. When the tibia can't internally rotate properly, the body often compensates by externally rotating the foot and toes to maintain stability and balance. In order to prevent the knees from collapsing inward, the femur and tibia is externally rotated and causes the toes to turn out. Banded tibial internal rotation helps counteract out-toeing by engaging the tibia internally. Begin in a half-kneeling position with your torso upright, core engaged, and a foot planted on the ground, making sure base of big toes, pinky, and heel is in the ground. Grab a resistance band and loop the band at the upper part of your tibia bone or just below the knees. As you wrap a band, you get to wrap inward, which creates a resistance that the tibia must work against during internal rotation, and the band should be tight enough. Use both hands to hold the band. As you push your knees forward, align with your second toes, allowing your foot to twist slightly and pronate, which shift the load from outer heel to the inner heel and the ball of the foot by ensuring efficient load distribution throughout the foot during the exercise. Some common mistakes people make while doing this exercise are allowing the hip to splay outward instead of remaining in line, raising the heel, or applying excessive pressure on the toes while pushing the knees forward, engaging in unnecessary movement like pushing knees inward or excessively outward. As you perform the exercise, the resistance encourages the tibia to rotate inward, which leads to better alignment of the tibia and femur and promotes a more neutral foot position during movements. The second cause is limited hip internal rotation. Lack of hip internal rotation can be caused by weaknesses in the muscles of the frontal plane. We see a lot of big guys who can lift a big weight in a sagittal plane but found to be very weak on the frontal plane. Then the body compensates by increasing external rotation to achieve the necessary movement pattern. This compensation can cause the feet to turn outward. Side plank with hip abduction helps in strengthening these muscles, which can help improve hip mechanics and reduce foot to turn out. Bend your knees, keep your ribcage up, brace your abs. Once you get a nice line of spine, and in one motion drop the hip up and lock the knees at the same time. Lift the top leg straight up, keep it in line with the body, and then lower it back down. When you lift the top leg away from the bottom leg, it targets both the lateral hip muscles. The bottom hip and the top hip are working hard and further challenges the bottom leg. If you can't perform plank on the feet, you can regress by performing on the knees by keeping the bottom leg on the ground for support while lifting the top leg. The side plank with hip abduction helps bring the foot from an externally rotated position to proper alignment by targeting and strengthening key muscles involved in hip and lower body stability. Once you have completed your number of sets and reps, see how you go with your internal rotation. Is it looking better, or have you got that 30 to 40 degree range? This realignment naturally influences the position of the feet towards a more neutral alignment. Third cause is limited ankle mobility. Dorsiflexion is the movement of bringing the top of the foot towards the shin. When the ankle lacks sufficient dorsiflexion, the body compensates by externally rotating the foot. Let's start with 5-inch wall test, which helps to determine if there is sufficient mobility in the ankle or not. A thumb and a fist will roughly give 5 inches. The front foot is planted by creating a tripod stance as the big toes, pinky and your heel remains on the floor the whole time. Try to drive your knees over your third toes without lifting your heel. When you are driving your knees over your toes, if you are feeling a block sensation at the front of the ankle, then you will have to go with the banded joint mobilization technique. Place the band around the front of the ankle and push the knees forward over the toes while the band pulls the talus backward. The band helps guide the talus bone into the proper position, allowing ankle to move freely. This realignment can reduce compensatory patterns that cause the toes to turn out. Similarly, during a 5-inch wall test, if you are feeling a tightness on your calf while pushing forward, then you'll go with bench ankle mobility. Bench ankle mobility exercise helps correct outward rotation by improving ankle dorsiflexion, connecting joint mechanics, and enhancing flexibility. By enhancing ankle dorsiflexion and reducing tightness in the surrounding muscles, the foot can maintain a more neutral position, helping to align the toes correctly. Try these 3 exercises for outgoing and please let me know what you think in the comment below. Thank you for watching.